FAO would benefit and hopefully will benefit from WorldCereal in terms of the data that it will produce at global level if we get results that are useful for us. But also, I think what is more important for us is even this WorldCereal system, so the possibility for users to upload their own training data and create their own customized crop type maps. But also, I think what can be beneficial for FAO is this attention given to parts of the world that do not normally benefit from the quality and availability of large data sets. So we want to bring this into this discussion that we work in countries for which there's very little reference data and that are normally overlooked when training this global data set. So that's what we expect that we could contribute to the project.
The use of this data really helps a lot in terms of planning. Particularly, it helps us to understand how much area is under production, what type of crops are being utilized. So it's very, very important in terms of planning, not only in terms of the government planning for how much distribution of inputs is required, but it also helps us to plan as the research and development division in terms of where we need to put most of our efforts in terms of research. I see the greatest potential in applying WorldCereal data or information in crop forecasting. I also see great potential in research. I also see great potential in soil mapping and crop modeling.
Usually the obstacle is more collecting the ground data in smallholder countries. Field sizes are small. It's hard to reach these fields. Sometimes you have to travel hours to get to certain areas to identify the fields.
I come from the university, from a research center, where I work with the students who are available across the country. I believe they become the champions through which we can be updating or providing the local data that would be necessary for ground truthing.
The first point is that it's open source. For us, open access and open source data is extremely important. FAO invests in digital public goods all over the data stream, let's say. The other important part is that WorldCereal is connected to leverages Sentinel data, so that ensures longer-term sustainability of the underlying data, and open access against satellite data. So that's open is the first keyword for WorldCereal. And the second is that creating a community of users through this reference database system where users can upload their own data, and that help improve in training the model, and that creates a sense of, let's say, broader ownership and democratizing a little bit a complex tool as crop mapping.
Well, for sustainability, I think we need to train more people, especially on programming. We have a number of in Africa, we have few developers and people will be able to do data analytics. So we need more to be trained to analyze EO data in our own, not on web-based. So training is the way forward.
Yeah, these tailored demonstrations are really crucial, I would say, to ensure adoption of our solution by, again, different stakeholders across different countries. We've noticed that if you provide general information about the concepts of the system, I mean, everyone's nodding and saying that they understand, but then going home, they do not try out because they're not convinced of the added value of the solution for their specific problems. If instead you really go to the countries and present them with demonstration cases, use cases based on their data, fitting their needs and their area of interest, that's really a great tool for convincing them about the added value of WorldCereal.
I think the biggest problem is not the Earth observation pipelines, which are well designed, especially WorldCereal is well designed.
For rated from 1 to 10, I would say someone who's experienced, it was a 9. Quite simple, and the notebooks were written really well. The tutorials were very good, easy, tells you where to import the data, and also the interface and cloud was pretty fast compared to other things that I've used.